Welcome to another episode of Ingrid's World. Do you ever wonder what works and what doesn't work with youth and technology? Well, during this show, we will strive to answer that question. I'll get a chance to introduce you to some award-winning programs. Meet two dedicated computer clubhouse managers. Their programs include how to create robots, music, videos, and they even provide college preparation. And some clubhouse members get to go to attend space camp. They even brought to the show a former computer clubhouse member that is now a part of their staff. On this show also, you'll meet the newest member of a joint system solution team as STEM educator coordinator at Northern Virginia Community College. He uses his expertise as a certified cybersecurity personnel and his volunteer service with the National Society of Black Engineers to help youth. And it's chock full of information. Now, let me introduce you to our wonderful guests from the Computer Clubhouses. Well, welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Well, first of all, let's introduce yourself. It's Al, and it's great to have you. And where are you at?
Thank you. My name is Alvaro Luna, and you can call me Al. And I work at Mott Community Center, which is part of the Intel Computer Clubhouse Network in Fairfax County.
Wow, excellent. And I see we have someone who, I don't think he's a manager, but who are you?
I'm actually the secret manager, but no, my name is Amine, and I'm a staff member at the community center. I work as an activity facilitator. And I'm kind of his little slave right here. Trained me from when I was young, and now I work to help him out.
Oh my goodness, that's like fantastic. Yes. And here is this shining star right here. And tell us your name.
Sure, I'm Jyll Turner. I work at the Gum Springs Computer Clubhouse, part of the Intel Computer Clubhouse Network.
Well, I'm excited to have the three of you here, and thank you so much for being on the show because we get so excited about youth and technology. So the first question is, well, what happens in the computer clubhouse? You know, what's a day in the life of a computer clubhouse manager? Al, do you want to take that question?
Well, I will. It is a job where we need to come and try to provide the kids with an environment where they can learn about technology, explore new ways of doing things. Mm-hmm. And actually, this whole program was developed and still sustained by MIT. And the idea is how we replicate the MIT Media Lab into these spaces. And so the goal is to bring kids and adults and mentors and volunteers, whoever wants to come, and interact with each other to bring this type of synergy where people can learn from each other.
Wow.
The same thing that you will have in a media lab where people with different disciplines can interact with each other and provide knowledge from one expertise into another. And so that's the goal in the clubhouse.
Wow. And Jyll, you are at a flagship Gum Springs Community Center,
yes.
Computer Clubhouse.
Yes.
When did that get started?
It started in 1999 by this wonderful woman, brought the program by the name of Ingrid. And we've kept it going since then. And as Al was saying, it's a wonderful creative space. There's a lot of energy. No 2 days are the same. Wow. It's an excellent place for a teenager to be, a very creative, safe spot.
So now my question is, who participates in the computer? Did you participate in the computer clubhouse?
I did. At first, not voluntarily, but after a few weeks, it's definitely something fun. So the main focus in participants for the clubhouse is the age group between 8 and 18. So we're talking anywhere between elementary school kids to high school kids. And then in the county itself, we do also allow participants that are adults and seniors. So we have separate programs for them. So yeah, you know, when the kids get in there, it gets pretty fun for them.
It gets pretty fun.
Yeah.
So during the show, our viewers are going to see some of the great products, different projects that you've been able to accomplish at the Computer Clubhouse. I was at yours and I saw these fantastic Legos and the paint. Tell us a little bit about some of the beautiful drawings that I was taking pictures of.
Right. Well, as Jyll was saying, when you go there, you have expression of everyone that comes in different forms. And so we try to motivate the kids into what we believe can create expressions of what they want to do. And so we have robots and paintings and all kind of things. And so that includes paintings like the I Am Malala, which reflect the issue that what happened a few years ago, last year, in which this tragedy happened to this girl. And so we try to bring also issues that are world issues and local issues. And so we try to involve the community in what happened and what is happening around the world, and present ways where their voices can be heard. We have had programs like the Adobe Use Voices, which is a partnership with Adobe software. And some of our resources, video editing software, stuff like that, come from these companies that partner with the Intel Computer Clubhouse network. And so there is this sense of trying to bring this information to the kids. And so by doing that, the kids come with any type of design. So some of them come with Legos.
Okay.
And actually the Intel Computer Clubhouse network in their flagship in Boston, if you go there, what you see is just Legos, a lot.
Yes.
And so we also try to embrace that idea. And who doesn't love Legos?
Oh my goodness! That, what I can so relate to that now, because I remember as a kid trying to do that. Jyll, first of all, congratulations on receiving a recent award,
Yes.
NAACP.
Yes,
Tell us a
ma'am.
little bit about that.
I recently received the NAACP Award for Community Service for lifting my participants at Gum Springs from one level to a higher level.
Excellent.
Hopefully going further. It was a wonderful opportunity.
Well, congratulations. And I was just awestruck with your music. I was in that lab and kind of didn't want to leave. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the studio at Gum Springs is probably the most popular spot. The participants, they do podcasts, they do PSAs, they do commercials. They interview different people. We actually had the NAACP Fairfax County president there. We've had motivational speakers there, authors. So they make their own CDs. They produced a poetry CD. It's online, and we have the hard copies for people as well. So that's a space that's very much utilized. It's a jewel at the center.
Oh, I can tell, and it's so well done and kept. What's your greatest joy of the Computer Clubhouse? What makes you happy and makes you want to come to work?
It's hard to say because you walk in there and there's just everything that you can do. If you come in that day and you say, I really don't want to think too hard on something. I just kind of want to put something together. You get a bunch of wood, a bunch of little nails, maybe some cardboard, draw out some designs, then put something together. You never know what you're gonna end up with. You could have a little car. You could have a 5-foot sword. You never know what's gonna happen.
Oh.
So it's just this constant kind of, when you walk in, the first thing that comes to your mind, that's what you're gonna enjoy that day.
Oh, I love it. I do. When I was there, I was taking pictures of the robots and everything. Tell us about those robots. I was amazed.
Well, one of the great, I will say, features of the Clubhouse network is that every manager put a little bit of what they love to do the most. And so people who like photography will have their clubhouses towards photography, and you still do all this other stuff. In my case, I feel having a background in civil engineering, I always love and understand that the critical thinking process is so important in the formation of kids. And so one of the ideas we have is develop critical thinking process. And so that comes with building robots, building Lego, creating designs, and inspiring the kids to take on jobs that are future jobs, and we have it available in the area. As in this case, Amine is already in college towards mechanical engineering.
Oh my goodness.
And so the Mott Clubhouse is proud to have brought about 7 or 8 kids that are already in careers of science and engineering. And that's kind of the motivation that goes behind. And why you see these robots and all these pieces of metals and
I was
boards.
just amazed. When I was walking around, it just looked like a very creative space that you could kind of go in there and it was like a laboratory. You could make different things and you had a lot of materials.
Yes.
I love that.
And one of the things that also is encouraged is because the MIT Media Lab is just a lab. So as a goal, our objective is also to make our clubhouses a replica of the MIT Media Lab. So it shouldn't be much different between how the MIT Media Lab looks compared to us. So if it looks messy, well, it is because we have people working on that.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So one of the questions are that, with something to do like that, and you do it on such a great scale, I'm always concerned about funding. So you are a public you're part of Fairfax County government in a sense, and Department of Neighborhood and Community Services.
Yes.
So do they fund it exclusively or do you get other funding?
Well, some time ago we had this great conversation, and it happened here in the public access, and the question came about that. And what we came out is that what happened with the clubhouses in Fairfax County is perhaps one of the best example of government and private or other agencies, because what happened is, and I will say that to the great idea that whoever designed this to bring it into Fairfax County, they put the county and the Northern Virginia Technology Council now through the Equal Footing Foundation, which is the nonprofit side of the Northern Virginia Technology Council, to work together and develop these 6 clubhouses. To me, is an amazing situation because you have countries like Mexico and only have 2 clubhouses. But here, Fairfax County has 6 clubhouses.
6 clubhouses.
And that is an amazing number just for a county. And so the way it works is Fairfax County provides funding for personnel, facilities, and all these different administrative part of the clubhouse network. While the Equal Footing Foundation provide resources like funding for Space Camp and the Teen Summit and robotics, and we go to 2 or 3 different competitions. And actually, your next guest, Charles, is part of a great supporter of what we do here because through Systemic Solution, we've been able to work together and develop another part of robotics, which is the VEX, but also we do the butt ball competition.
Well, I'm hoping that we have whet the appetite of people to say, hey, let's get involved. For a final 1-minute thought, Jyll, what's your vision?
Vision for Gum Springs or the Computer Clubhouse?
Computer
as a whole?
Clubhouse. Let's think big.
I always think big. I encourage my participants to think big. I want them all to believe in themselves more than I believe in them. I want them to reach for the stars, go get involved and go for higher education. Not necessarily a 4-year college or even a 2-year college. They might have interest in a culinary school or a tech, some sort of other tech occupation. But I just want them to dream big. I want them to believe in themselves. I want them to have their self-esteem built up as high as it can go and realize they can do just about anything if they're interested in it. And if they're passionate about it, with the help of adult mentors, they can do anything.
Excellent. Well, that's what it's all about. I had to thank each one of you for being here on this show. You're amazing. And I just really have such respect for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank
it
you,
up.
Ingrid.
Thank you.
You're just amazing. All right, coming up next, we'll be talking to Charles Britt, STEM Education Coordinator for Systemic Solutions at Northern Virginia Community College. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Ingrid's World. I am your host, Ingrid Paris-Hicklin. Now let's welcome to the show Charles Britt, STEM Education Coordinator. Welcome to the show, Charles.
Thank you very much. Thanks
Great
for
to
having
have
me.
you.
I appreciate the invitation.
Well, let's first start out introducing yourself. I said cybersecurity.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that is quite impressive.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Sure, a field that, of course, you hear a lot about these days with all these different hackings going on with companies such as Target, where people are very concerned about protecting their data in this new digital age that we're living in. Coincidentally, this field actually did not exist when I went to college. So I didn't major in cybersecurity, I majored in IT. But once I got into the industry and things started changing around using more of the internet, I actually became a cybersecurity engineer. But now I actually am in a new field. I'm a career changer. I'm at Northern Virginia Community College and I'm working as a STEM education coordinator.
So, what does that entail?
What does that entail? Well, many of you have probably heard the term STEM. Everybody's been throwing it around.
Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, I know. It's science, technology, engineering, and math. And it's those disciplines that we're really trying to excite children around to keep our country innovative and competitive in this global economy. So my role is to work with the business community and schools to really inspire children to do well in these subjects in school so they can then pursue them in college and also in the workforce.
Oh, that means everything.
Yes.
So, now the college was like, it's pretty exciting that the college decided to do this. And why did they get involved in, getting with STEM education?
I'd like to describe it as Northern Virginia Community College, and most people know NOVA. I like to describe the college as being sort of at the crossroads between poverty and prosperity for a lot of students in Northern Virginia because of their backgrounds. And we all know the statistics. 33% of students in U.S. public schools are minorities, but only 17% of those students actually pursue STEM careers and STEM engineering degrees. So that's the same even in our area when you look at the statistics of schools in Virginia as a whole. So NOVA serves as that sort of vehicle, that crossroads where they can determine if I'm going to go into college or if I'm just going to get started in a particular field. It's a great place to start, particularly for first generation college students. And that's one of the reasons why NOVA is that sort of perfect match for students who know that they want to go into the field and may not have been academically prepared for it, and those students who are prepared for it and they're just trying to save a little bit of money before they go on to that more expensive university.
And I'm very thankful for that because it's a great way to save money. It
Most
really
certainly
is. So, what programs are offered through Northern Virginia Community College?
We offer a
STEM
variety
program?
of programs. I like to call it a massive, multifaceted, collaborative approach. We do after-school programming, particularly the competitive STEM programs. So we do programs around robotics, around cybersecurity, actually.
Wow.
We do rocketry. We do science experiments, and then we also work in the field of environmental science. So we've got a variety of after-school programs that students participate in, they compete, and then they can actually go on to more national and world competitions as well. We also do a program called dual enrollment, and dual enrollment is one of our larger programs where we partner with Fairfax County Public Schools, and this allows students in high school to get college credit for the courses that they're taking in high school.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's a wonderful thing because it not only cuts time off for you having to finish your associate's degree, the courses are actually paid for by the school system, so it's at no cost to you. So you get college credit for free.
So tell me about some of your partners.
We have a broad range of partners from local businesses such as, or large businesses I should say, such as Northrop Grumman Foundation, BAE Systems, Aerojet. There are pretty much a lot of there are corporate funders. We also work with the local chambers of commerce. They've all signed resolutions of support to really build our program by connecting us to the business community. And the reason why is because these particular companies that are local to Northern Virginia can offer internship for the students that are through our program, and also field trips, which are always fun for our students.
They actually get to go to the different businesses?
They actually get to go to some of the different businesses and see the things that are going on, so they can actually see engineering and IT and technology in action. And of course, we could not do this entire effort without our partnership with Fairfax County Public Schools.
You know, I really can relate to the idea that you get to have children go to where a business is operating. Yes. I can remember as a little girl begging my mom to take me to work with her.
Yes.
And now you're giving that experience to children early on. That's like so. So, tell me about some of your program successes.
Program successes, well, for one, our biggest program that we do is the robotics. Why? Because it really excites the kids. We have no problem with engaging kids around robotics. And a lot of times they don't realize, despite the fact that it's fun to them and really nice to build something that they can go and compete with, they don't understand the science and math that goes behind it. So that's our hallmark program, and we actually run the largest VEX robotics program in the country, right here in Northern Virginia. We've got over 200 teams that we've got across Prince William County, Loudoun County, Arlington, and Fairfax. One of our other successes is this past summer we worked with Marshall Academy, which is a governor's STEM academy in Falls Church, to host the largest cybersecurity camp. So now we've got kids in middle and high school that are actually spending their summer learning about cybersecurity and how to protect themselves on the internet and also protect their family. A lot of the students go back home, take that knowledge to even secure their systems at home against some of the things that are going on the internet.
I see like there should be a new business, you know,
Yes.
for those young people, because every time I see a little pop on my computer screen,
Yes.
I'm like, oh no.
We need to call someone, yes.
I need to
so
call
we're preparing
someone.
them for those jobs that are out there.
Oh, yeah.
We've
It's
also won
real.
a couple of awards. I think you may have mentioned some. I actually was
Yes.
honored with the Bruce Oliver Leadership Award for our ability to partner with the different businesses, including Fairfax County Department of Neighborhood and Community Services, which you spoke with. They actually have a number of our teams working out of the community centers. We also worked with, again, the school system and the business community, really build a collaborative effort around this program. We also won the Governor's Science Innovation Award, which is an award that goes to an organization that's really trying to build the STEM pipeline in Virginia. So we're honored to have those things as a testament to the success that we're having in Northern Virginia to really fill this, what they call pipeline, with kids that'll go into these fields.
So how many students participate in the program?
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yes, hundreds. Our goal is to actually have 40,000 students that we would have touched between now and 2016, and we're well on our way. Between our summer camps, which sell out every summer, between 500 and 600 kids every summer, not only just here in Fairfax, but across the region, we're really having a huge impact in getting kids excited around technology that also they don't get in the classroom.
Oh, that's exciting. So you have hundreds, and all right, and how do you get into the program?
How do you get into the program? It varies depending on the location. A lot of our programs we do run out of the schools, the particular schools. So
Okay.
we'll work with the school system to identify locations where we can work with teachers and students to deliver the programs at schools. Here in Fairfax County, we're also working, again, as I stated, with the Department of Neighborhood and Community Services.
Wow.
So kids can actually go to a local community center, and at certain community centers, they can get exposure to what Systemic Solutions is doing by being on one of the robotics teams or working with some of the other programs that we're looking to bring to the centers.
So they can actually go to a community center and get involved
Yes.
in this
Yes.
very, high level.
Yes. And also
Technology
taking a
and
look at our website,
experience?
because we're actually going to
Wow.
be working with other groups. We're going to be partnering this year with the American Association of University Women. They're actually going to
Nice.
have an all-girls STEM day in March. Yes.
Yay.
350 middle school girls that we're going to repeat. This will be the second year they're going to do this on the Annandale campus. So in March, the details are on our website. Students can then also come out and hear from women engineers and women that are in science, because of course they are also an underrepresented group in these fields.
And that's what it's all about, because I hear different things and they'll say, oh, technology is not for me, and
Yes.
I don't like to do that. And I'm like, it's fun.
Yes. And I think Obama has said it right. He says, we just don't want to be a consumer of technology. We also want to be an inventor of technology.
Yes.
And I love that saying, because most of the kids,
Yes.
they understand, they have iPods, they have the iPads, the phones, but they really don't understand the technology that goes behind it. And most of us know that have been in these fields like myself, that's where the money is, and that's where the jobs are going to be for the foreseeable future.
What gets you excited? I mean, we have a few minutes left, but what gets you excited, makes you wake up in the morning and say, hey, I gotta get to Northern Virginia Community College and Fairfax County?
Exactly.
What does that for you?
It's actually getting out to the schools and seeing that the excitement the kids have for doing something that they're not getting in the traditional classroom. Of course, as you can imagine, in classrooms across America, we're having a challenge with keeping kids in school and engaged to the point where they can actually graduate and go into productive careers. I remember those days sitting in the classroom asking that infamous question, what does this have to do with anything? So our programs answer that question. What does this have to do with a career? What does this have to do with my impact on technology in our world? I can be learning those things by participating in Systemic Solutions programs. So to me, that's the excitement when I go in and bring a robot or introduce them to a field such as cybersecurity, how their eyes light up, and they have an interest in wanting to do this.
Yes.
And we work well, of course, partnering with the teachers so that they can make that connection between what they're getting in the classroom and what we're bringing outside of school.
Wow. Well, I had to thank you, Charles, for being
it's been a pleasure.
on the show, because it's really all about, it's your enthusiasm is infectious.
Thank you.
And I really just believe that that's exactly the way to do it, to start it and make it accessible.
Yes.
You can go to a community center, you can go to your school, and you can get involved early on.
Early on, yes. Sooner the better.
Wow. Thank you again for being on the show.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank our wonderful guests for appearing on the show. Thank you for your dedication to youth. It is an honor having all of you on the show. And I thank you, audience, for welcoming me into your world. My final thought, comes from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thank you for watching Ingrid's World, and don't forget to find us on Facebook for instant Ingrid World news or see ingridsworld.org. Thanks for watching.